We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Steve. You got some pictures for this one too. I don't think I have looked at these pictures, so I might have to click on this in a second. Yeah, because the last pictures I have are of the wood paneling room. Okay. Steve's room is his great room is 21 feet wide, 26 feet long, and 8 feet high. He's sitting 12.5 feet from his 100-inch projection screen. He's looking for a center speaker to go with his triangle Xeris 202 tower speakers. Xeris. I don't know. I think I played that game back in the arcades at the roller skating rink when I was a kid. Anyways, he'd like to buy the center channel from Best Buy since he can use his Best Buy card to make the purchase with 24 months zero interest. Along with being restricted to their selection, the speaker must also fit within his cabinet, which is an opening 21 inches wide, 8 inches high, and 16 inches deep. Based on those restrictions and what seems to be a $500 or less target price point, Steve found options from ELAC, the Unify UC5, B&W, the 600 series HTM62, SVS, the Prime Center, the Pioneer Elite, Andrew Jones, SP-EC73, and Klipsch, reference Premier RP250C. Out of those is our one we recommend most highly, and if we're convinced he should buy a center speaker that isn't available from Best Buy, he'd still like to hear it.
I have no idea what those Xeris triangle.
I did a little bit of research on those, and they're older speaker. They're a French company, and they reportedly seem to have a fairly neutral sound. Maybe kind of approaching like people complain. Some people complain that they're a little bit harsher on the high ends, but this particular model wasn't quite. They had gotten a different tweeter or something like that, and was a little bit more forgiving on the high end. So with that, out of this group right here, the B&W would be the one that I'd be least likely to recommend, simply because B&W is not going for a sound that is particularly flat. They have a sound profile they're going for.
Characteristic sound.
And it may or may not go with your speakers. What I would recommend is going with something as flat and neutral as possible. In those cases, the ones that jump to my mind are probably the SVS, the ELAC. I'm guessing. I don't really know. The Pioneer, the ELAC.
It's Andrew Jones. He doesn't go for.
He doesn't go too, because it's ELAC and the Pioneer Elite are basically, in my mind, very similar speakers. Yeah,
they're very similar.
Those are the three I would be looking at. The Klipsch, again, is going to be highly different as far as its sound profile and how efficient it is. So you could run into problems there. Though your speakers, I believe, are in like the 90, 91 dB efficient range, so they may be okay with the
a bit more efficient
speakers. I would also consider EMP Tech if you can find their center channel that fits within your thing.
The smaller one. Yeah,
I would consider that. Because that is going to be a speaker, or anything from RBH, is going to be very neutral and they're going to play nice with just about anything. I've only ever had problems with that speaker, when I'm trying to pair it with a speaker that either can't keep up or has a distinctive sound, which I don't necessarily think yours do. So that's where I'm coming from.
So I'm going to boil this all down to one choice, simply because he says he's putting the center speaker in a cabinet.
Okay.
And every single one of these that he's mentioned is rear-ported, except for the Pioneer Elite.
Oh, there you go.
The Pioneer Elite has a passive radiator on the front. It does not have any ports in the back. Everything else that we've talked about does. So that Pioneer Elite, the Andrew Jones SP-EC73, again, just trusting Andrew Jones's general sound, which is pretty darn neutral. I definitely can't promise you that it's going to perfectly timbre match your existing speakers. It seems a little unlikely that it would perfectly timbre match, but pretty neutral sound. It's a good center speaker design, has that concentric driver design that should give you very nice, even dispersion, whether you're on or off axis. And then, yeah, no rear port to worry about inside your cabinet. And it fits, and it comes from Best Buy. So I'm going to point you to that one.
Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.